I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on.
Hello, welcome to Josefina Sienna. My name's Madison, and the name of my channel, Josefina Sienna, came from the two dolls that inspired this channel. So Josefina, obviously from Josefina Montoya, is the first American Girl doll that I received as a child when I was 11 years old at American Girl Chicago in 2006. She is going to turn 20 years old today. Sienna came from the first Our Generation doll that I got with my adult money during the pandemic years of February of 2022. And those two dolls are not featured today. I have Miss Paxton, Truly Me 121 from American Girl. She is currently wearing a dress that my grandma sewed. And she made this, I have to remember the letter that she gave me. But Samantha's wearing the other dress, and maybe I'll have Paxton and Samantha side by side. I put Samantha in it because Samantha growing up was my mini-me, and for a while I wanted a mini-me, so I got Paxton. She has wavy hair. If I come out of the shower and don't brush my hair, it is wavy, and I'm waiting for the day where it's naturally wavy and I can show it on camera. Some days it's straight, some days it's wavy. So I'm going to try my best today because I have an iPhone 11, and part of the reason why I'm doing this life update and why I haven't made videos in over 2 years on this channel is because I have an iPhone 11, and in this economy it is rough, and so just the storage is really hard on there. I have to figure out another way to film my videos with different tech. I might get a camera. I have a camera. I haven't messed around with it. I got it towards the end of making videos in 2025. So the first update is I'm going to be moving. I'm moving from Washington to the East Coast. Not Washington, D.C., but Washington State. There's a lot of reasons why I'm leaving. First is I have multiple diagnoses now. I've had a hospitalization since January of 2025 due to working in education. I have been sick every month, and it takes me out like for a whole week since January of 2025. I'm not sure if I repeated myself there. I am broke. I have toxic family, and I announced on this channel that I was in graduate school. The graduate school program and the staff were nightmares. My mentor teacher, on the other hand, if I got a master's a year ago in education. Have I gotten a job in education? No. It's been quite a nightmare because of current politics, and I'm kind of exhausted. My life hasn't been very easy. After the moving, because I have a checklist right here, so I'm gonna go the best I can. So I was hospitalized in September, and I got a diagnosis before the hospital. So I have physical and mental diagnosis. And so my physical diagnosis, I had struggled with this since I was 8 years old, was now diagnosed. I have vasovagal syncope, and it's pretty severe. It's a neurological and heart condition where if you get really stressed out, your blood pressure drops and you pass out or sometimes have seizures. The next, I'm actually going to go to toxic family. So I have lived with my family since graduating with my bachelor's in December 2018. And my sister, who is younger than me, I'm the eldest, was diagnosed with a severe mental health disorder. And I decided to come home, help out a little bit. My mom called for help. At that time, I got my bachelor's degree in Arizona, but I was from Washington. And so I moved back home, and the minute I moved back, she yeets for her long distance boyfriend. So at the age of 23 until she moved back, I took care of my sister, and I haven't had consistent employment because of responsibilities in the family. It caused prolonged stress, led to a diagnosis of depression and hopelessness, because if you work in the healthcare system, there is limited resources regarding mental health, and it's very much stigmatized. Another diagnosis that I got is PTSD, and that came from after dealing with caring with my family, as well as my next topic, which is toxic graduate school and staff. The staff were absolute nightmares. They very much, there's a racism problem, and that's all I think I might go into. I'm not sure. The topics I'm just going to say shortly and briefly with the toxicity is racism problem and hierarchy problem, and it's toxic. Would not recommend. And so if you are unfamiliar with higher education, and part of you are probably from states that are like, why did you get a master's degree and not an alternative licensing program for education? My state doesn't have that. It's either you get a second bachelor's if you don't have a degree in education, or you get a master's. So I think part of my issue is Mr. Cheeto, Trump, whatever, who wants to play off like a Korean dictator. And if you don't agree with my politics, just go and block me, because politics affect everyone in life. It has affected my life tremendously. My bachelor's degree is international relations, which was in the Department of Politics. So my trajectory is I wanted to be a social studies teacher. And so if you are MAGA, this video is not for you. But thanks to him, I'm in this situation. And so I'm absolutely broke. And what I mean by broke is student teaching is unpaid, and my nightmare of a program decided to make it a whole academic year. And if you aren't familiar with student teaching, you do not get to choose your placement, leading you to drive an hour each way to go to placement. Not getting paid. You are actually taking loans to work. And I might sound like sassy in this video, but I might go more in detail if you want me to go more in detail. That has led me to be broke. I still don't have a teaching job because I think I've graduated in a very terrible time in education. The big, beautiful bill decided to defund education. So, and education is considered not a professional degree. So I was literally the last class to get all that financial aid. So going back to being broke, because I only have a few minutes, so if it abruptly ends, I apologize in advance. So I was excited to possibly get a big girl teaching job after being a caregiver for multiple years, minimum wage jobs, only for American Girl to raise their prices. And I fell into a deep depression state with American Girls. Like, some of my dolls, and I might make a video addressing this, are still in outfits from 2 years ago because of the graduate program. But second, because I have been graduated for a year, I had this toxic thought, and I don't think I'm alone on this, that why should I support American Girl when American Girl don't like people or doesn't grammatically correct, doesn't like people like me who are socioeconomically lower income, because we all know, based on the brands, they like the higher socioeconomic people. And then, as of late, I have been getting out of that funk and saying, no, American Girl should be for everyone. And I'm not going to let their price hikes, because I have not bought an American Girl doll since June of 2025 when they increased those prices. And when I got back into American Girl in 2022, I could finally afford it. And that's partly why I left. So I only have 30 seconds left of recording now. I am going to let you go from here. I didn't go into depth. If you want another video of more depth, I'm more than willing to. I'm just trying to get this video out to just get the ball rolling of starting my video again. So, it wasn't very much doll related. It's more of a life update, but I've been holding this back for 6 months, and it's not the perfect setup that I wanted it to, but my life isn't perfect. So I'm excited to share more of you in my doll collections. I have a lot more dolls that I haven't unboxed on camera, and some that are still living in boxes because life got hectic. So I hope to see you again, and until next time, bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way